One of the more fascinating alternative history threads is the idea that there was a major reset in human history in the late 1700s. Old world empires like Tartaria were erased. New powers rose and the story we're taught today was rewritten. Let's unpack it. First, the timeline. 1776. America declares independence. Adam Weishaupt founds the Illuminati in Bavaria. The Rothschild banking dynasty begins consolidating power across Europe, and many maps after this period begin dropping Tartary, which had been widely labeled in earlier centuries. Then we have the late 1700s to 1800s. The Industrial Revolution begins, bringing centralization of power, colonial expansion, and huge shifts in technology. Finally, architecture on a massive scale, cathedrals, world fairs, these mysterious star forts, all supposedly built in just a few years before vanishing again. Some were demolished, others repurposed as government buildings, museums, and train stations. So if we look at a map of Europe in the year 1650, for example, we can see the Ottoman Empire still occupying much of southeastern Europe. A huge area simply labeled Tartaria stretching from Poland to China, and the rest of the world pretty much as we know it. But fast forward to an 1840 map and the labels have changed dramatically. Tartaria has almost completely vanished. Central Asia is now labeled, well, more centrally. Asian cities like Samarkand are now labeled with Chinese names. The Americas have been fully colonized, and even Africa is now labeled with European place names. Something big happened between 1650 and 1840. The reset theory suggests a global upheaval, perhaps a hidden war, a natural cataclysm or engineered event that wiped out the old Tartarian order, leaving only pockets of survivors whose technologies and knowledge were too advanced for the times. These survivors, it is suggested, were persecuted, their innovations suppressed, and their memories of the old world erased. This catastrophe, whatever its nature, was then covered up, and the story we've been told ever since. Some believers point to sudden appearance of centralized banking families like the Rothschilds, who during this time gained enormous influence by financing the Napoleonic Wars, and later the Congress of Vienna, which redrew the map of Europe after the defeat of Napoleon. Other believers suggest the invention of money, credit, and double-entry accounting allowed for wealth accumulation on a scale never seen before, leading to unprecedented levels of poverty and disparity. This, too, started around this time. Then there are the world fairs.